How do I look?
You look fantastic, Al.
Do I look like?
Who? Oh! No. You look more like Fred Cockroach.
That'll do, Tom. Get him on. Make him feel at home.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Adam Man.
Can this show get any worse?
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Sing it out, boy, you've got to see what tomorrow brings. Sing it out, girl, you've got to be what tomorrow needs. For every time that they want to count you out and use your voice every single time you open up your mouth. Sing it for the boys, sing it for the girls. Every time that you lose it, sing it for the world. Sing it from the heart, sing it till you're not. Sing it out for the ones that'll hate your guts. Sing it for the deaf, sing it for the blind. Sing about everyone that you left behind. Sing it for the world, sing it for the world. Sing it out, boy, they're gonna sell what tomorrow means. Sing it out, girl, before they kill what tomorrow brings. You've got to make a choice if the music drowns you out. And raise your voice every single time they try and shut your mouth. Sing it for the boys, sing it for the girls. Every time that you lose it, sing it for the world. Sing it from the heart, sing it till you're not. Sing it out for the ones that'll hate your guts. Sing it for the deaf, sing it for the blind. Sing about everyone that you left behind. Sing it for the world, sing it for the world. Cleaned up corporation pride, rats dying in the process. Children that can talk about it, living on the railways. People moving sideways, sell it till your last days. Buy yourself the motivation generation. Nothing but a dead sea, product of a white dream. I am not the singer that you wanted, but a dancer. I refuse to answer. Talk about the past. Wrote it for the ones who want to get away. Keep running. Sing it for the boys, sing it for the girls. Every time that you lose it, sing it for the world. Sing it from the heart, sing it till you're not. Sing it out for the ones that'll hate your guts. Sing it for the deaf, sing it for the blind. Sing about everyone that you left behind. Sing it for the world, sing it for the world. Yeah, you got to be what tomorrow needs. Sing it for the world, sing it for the world.
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
Put the crop down, for goodness sake. We haven't started yet. I'm terrified, dear listeners, for several reasons. Eloise is in the studio with me, which is nice. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Very, very excited because, well, we'll come to you in a second. We've got three ladies here, including one who's got a riding crop and is not afraid to use it. No, afraid to use it. Go on, give us a swish.
Okay, ready?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, a bit harder, maybe.
Eloise, just don't, because I'll be honest, I have got a very sore bum at the moment. I've had a sweaty bum all day.
Ew.
No, I've had a sweaty backside all day. You know what? Anyway, we don't want to go into that. More importantly, no disrespect to the three of you, Adam Ann is in the studio and is very, very exciting to meet you, Adam. You all right?
I'm fine.
Do you want to get a little bit closer to that that microphone? That's all right, man. No worries.
Scared of the whip.
The whip is terrifying. Yeah. Adam, who is she? Why?
It's Catherine. She works for my record label.
All right, so we got to be nice to Catherine.
She's a blue-black hussar, so be careful.
And introduce us who else we've got in the studio with you.
Georgina here.
Yep.
Georgina, and we have Sarah on my left, and they sing in my band.
Okay.
And Catherine is she's the number 2 in my record company, which has got 2 people in it at the moment. So.
Who's the second?
Her.
Oh, okay. she's 1 and 2.
Well, she can be 1 occasionally.
So hang on a minute, who am I talking? I don't want to speak to any of the monkeys, I want the organ grinder. Which one of you 4 is the boss?
Me.
Okay. Straight in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to have them, but you're the boss.
Oh, yeah.
It's lovely to see you, man. How you doing? Are you well? Are you good?
I'm good, yeah, I'm fine, yeah. I'm all right. I've just been to master the album with a guy called Walter.
Right.
So we just came out of there, and so that's it.
This is a new album that you're doing?
Yeah, it's coming in the new year.
Yeah.
It's called Adamant is the Blue-Black Hussar in Marion the Gunner's Daughter.
I love you. That's a brilliant title, man. That's a brilliant title.
And it's a double album. It's on vinyl, CD and cassette.
Yeah.
No downloads.
Oh, good for you. Well done. This is like proper.
Yeah.
I've just bought about 6 months ago. I bought a beautiful old Dansette record player, and I've been listening to records.
Well, it's that analog. And the analog is so much better than digital.
You just get a really fat sound with it. You can hear it.
Well, there's only one group, as far as I'm concerned, that could use digital, and that was ABBA. And I recorded it at their studio. I did an album called Strip.
Yeah.
At Polar, and with Michael B. Tretov, who was their engineer.
Yeah.
Who was their bass player as well, and arranger, and they could actually use digital.
Yeah.
But what digital does is it takes the top and bottom end off.
Yeah.
So it's logic that with a vinyl you had 10 tracks tops, and with a CD, with digital, you can cram 20 in.
Yeah.
So obviously the sound's going to get compressed, and it takes the top and bottom off. So analog is always going to be better than digital.
And for the kids who don't know, the sound of a needle going on a record, that crackle, it's beautiful, isn't it?
But also, there's that, but then there's the actual... I'm doing a gatefold sleeve.
Yeah.
The album cover are 2 pictures that I bought, portraits by Mary Jane Ellen. She won the BP Portrait Award. They're beautiful old paintings of a lady. So the painting's called a Girl in a Cocked Hat, and so it fitted in with a kind of Nelson hat.
Yeah.
And the inside is kind of about 130 photographs by a very famous photographer called Barry Latigan, who discovered Twiggy.
Okay.
And is a master photographer.
And you couldn't do that on a CD because they'd be minute. You wouldn't see anything.
Well, no, it'll be on a CD, but it'll be a gatefold thing with all the lyrics and everything. And I plan to do singles, vinyl singles, and EPs. Yeah. And I'm really just signing as a few artists that I'm interested in working with, who I'm presenting on. I presented on the Scala shows. One was Jesse Ray. He's from the lowlands of Scotland.
What kind of stuff does he do?
Well, he does funk, kind of like modern funk with the original members of Parliament Funkadelic.
Wow.
And he wears a helmet, like an actual helmet all the time. I've never seen his face.
Really?
And he's wonderful.
Fantastic.
And he's got backing singers called the Thistles, and they're lovely ladies with kilts on. And
he's going to be on your record label. You've never seen his face?
No, he's not. I've never seen his face. I've known him for many years.
That's wonderful. I love that.
He was a pioneer of video in the early 80s. He climbed up the side of the Brooklyn Bridge on a rope ladder, and he did this song called Over the Sea. Yeah. And he made an incredible video, and he swirled a claymore around his head with no support or anything. Yeah. And then he did that. He did a marvellous video, the best video I've ever seen. Yeah. And then he did another one where he actually got the members of Funkadelic to actually go on, play on an actual steam train no support. It was like Buster Keaton. He was on the front.
I love the sound of this guy.
And then there's a very lovely guy called Eddie Tenpole Tudor, who's now called Edward Tudor Pole.
First ever gig I went to was Tenpole Tudor at London Central Poly, yeah.
Yeah, he's sort of 1,000 Men. He's really brilliant. And there's a guy called Johnny Normal, who is a kind of a hybrid of the idea is that he was, across an experiment that went wrong between a kind of office clerk and someone from the 80s. So
anyone.
So, and then there's Georgie and Sarah, and Georgie and Sarah. Georgie was in a group with Sarah, and they were doing some work, and I heard it, and I thought it was very impressive, certainly on the visual side.
Yeah.
And we started writing songs together, so we've been writing material for a possible record as a separate entity.
Yeah.
And I'm just listening to demos, because when I get given a demo, I listen to it a lot.
Right.
And
some people would find that surprising, because, quite often you get, here's my CD, have a listen, and, yeah, all right, whatever, and chuck it over their shoulder and then never sit again. But you'll sit down and have a listen and...
Yeah, I can pretty much hear, because I'm after hit records. I'm after people that are music lovers. They've got to be music lovers. They've got to love music. They've got to have a passion about it, which means if they don't work, they don't eat, and if they don't want to work, then they're no good to themselves or me. But just there's some great music out there, but it's almost, there's so much that if you happen to be lucky enough to get some, it's sort of serendipity. Sometimes it works. Sometimes, like if someone sent me something I don't understand or get into or understand, I'll give it a listen.
Right.
There's always that potential. But
I've just seen the whip being waved in the periphery of my vision.
Well, she keeps people... You see, Catherine does the money.
Am I asking the wrong questions? What do you want me to ask, Catherine? I'm sorry, I'll do it.
Ask anything you like, because it's getting boring. I mean, why don't you ask about...
It's not about... I want to ask Georgina and Sarah, what's he like to work for? And pretend he's not in the room.
Okay.
I want the honest answer.
Can you put the whip down?
He's not holding the whip, so you can give me what's he like to work for?
An absolute joy, right, Sarah? Yeah?
Please, put the whip away.
Yeah.
No, it's, you can learn so much from someone who has actually done what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he can be a little hard on us sometimes, but I think it's meant from a good place.
Yeah.
And please put the whip down, because it's freaking me out.
Do you know what? There's a sense of tension in the room that only comes from a lady wearing a lovely hat and holding a whip. I think you should come in every night, for goodness sakes, Catherine.
Someone's got to keep us in line.
Exactly, you're driving this thing on. Now, Adam, when I knew you were coming on, I got very excited. And I wasn't sure, is it Adam or is it Stuart? Is Stuart still around, or...?
Well, the only two people that call me Stuart are my mum and the police, so I prefer Adam.
If you do something naughty, does your mum phone up? Stuart? She calls the police.
No, she just calls me Stuart.
Right.
No, if my mum called me Adam, then I know she's after something.
Right.
But my family call me Stuart,
right.
But I like Stuart. My uncle Mac was in the Black Watch Regiment in the Second World War.
Yeah.
And because I'm half Romany Gypsy and half Scottish, because on my dad's side they're Irish, they're Scottish, MacLean.
Yeah.
And on the other side, the Romany Gypsy.
Yeah.
My grandfather was born in a caravan in Oxford in 1898, and he was a submariner in World War One. So he was my hero. He was somebody who has taught me everything that I'd now sort of follow. Really.
Yeah.
Because I think really with grandparents, you have more time with them because they brought up their kids and they've had you, but they appreciate the love that you give them, and they've got wisdom if you're willing to listen.
One of my regrets is I didn't spend enough time with my grandparents, and we've got a little boy now who's 10 months old, and I'm making sure that he spends as much time with both sets of grandparents as he can, because I miss that, and that's one of the few regrets I've got, really. Should we play one of your songs? You haven't got any new stuff here, have you?
No. I mean, the thing is that really it's an old-fashioned traditional way. I'm very much stuck in my ways. I'm a traditionalist, and I believe that I hold off. I'm very secretive about work. I think one of the key things to any record is secrecy.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I demand from anybody working with me. And I learned that from Malcolm McLaren, who I think I was very lucky to come across, because he was one of, I think, the half-dozen genius this last century.
Yeah.
The others being Picasso, Einstein, you know, Dali and, you know, people, I mean, primarily Picasso for me, but, you know, someone who has an original thought. And Malcolm was very, very secretive.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just, because an idea shares a whole idea finished, really.
Yeah.
And now with the internet, you know, it's ludicrous because it's gone. I mean...
Everything's out a month before it's released. Someone's got a copy and it's on a torrent site somewhere and they're downloading it, and there's no magic or mystique about releases anymore, I think.
Not really. I mean, on the other hand, you know, when you do a live concert, there's no point in stopping kids with mobiles because they get great shots. They can get right up close.
Yeah.
And when you have a film crew in, they've got to stop everything. And kids don't want to see a concert, you know, with people sort of moving them out of the way and all that business. But that if you do that, then that's fine because you've organised it. You'd invite less people.
Yeah.
But the kids can get great shots, and on the internet you do something and it's around the world.
Yeah.
That's quite extraordinary. But when it comes to actually the work, I've spent 15 years waiting for this record.
Yeah.
And it's the next record. I don't look at it better. I think it's the best shot I've got. I've put a lot of work into it, and obviously there's more emphasis on it because there's expectancy. But to me, it's style is simply consistency. I've always approached my work the same. It's always been 10% inspiration, 90% perspiration. So for me, the inspiration was, you know, the sort of day after I finished the last one. And then I've been through, you know, I've had ups and downs, but I consciously, after the Wonderful tour, which was not wonderful because I got a very serious illness called mononucleosis, which I had on the tour in America, and I was...
That's what glandular fever is, isn't it?
Yeah, but I had acute mononucleosis, and I was on the road, and I had no support from the record company. They pulled off the record because they didn't like it, and the record companies had complete autocracy over anything you did. And just had an A&R man deciding, well, no, you know, it's not. And with me, if it didn't go top 10, then it was, ain't working. But I was committed, so I went and played, and then I found myself kind of working secondary routes and having to play places. And I remember being on stage and hallucinating. It was actually like watching somebody else perform. And but I was a machine. I actually would come off stage completely wringing wet, and go to the bus and lay in my clothes soaking wet.
No joy from the performance?
I don't remember. I wasn't I had no... It was the first time I ever didn't want to go on stage because I knew that I was not giving 100%. But I was a ghost. I was a dead man walking.
Yeah.
And then you come off that, and I got glandular fever in Mexico. I went to Tijuana, and I went on stage, and some fool put an ice cube in the orange juice, and that was the end of it, you know. And you don't know. And I remember being in New York City and singing Sin by Nine Inch Nails because they'd just done Physical. They did a version of mine, so I did it in return because I'd done a gig with Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
And because he covered Physical and I did Sin, and I remember being on stage singing it, and I was just like, you know, it was very strange. It was an out of body experience, and I thought, no, you're just tired. But I'd become a robot, you know. And I just think that's the main thing I would say to any musician now is just, take a break. You know, take a break from it, and there's always time. You know, take your time.
Listen, I'm going to play some adverts. When we come back, we'll play a song. This is Iain Lee on Absolute Radio. We have Adam and his friends. More from Adam after this.
Absolute Radio.
This festive season, hedge your bets by sending a Christmas wish list to Santa and Absolute Radio.
This is Nick Jackson, and my Christmas wish list would have to consist of one of those fancy new e-book readers, a brand new television, and tickets to next year's British Grand Prix in Silverstone.
We want to make your Christmas great, all thanks to Microsoft Office 2010. Go to absoluteradio.co.uk right now and tell us your ultimate wish list up to the value of £5,000, and one lucky person will win it all. If you're buying a PC or laptop this Christmas, don't forget to make it great with Microsoft Office 2010. This year, make your Christmas great, thanks to Microsoft Office 2010 and Absolute Radio.
Absolute Radio.
If you see a Best Buy product at a lower price elsewhere, in-store or online, we'll match it and give you 10% of the difference. This is how it works at Best Buy. Price Promise applies to competitor stores within 15 miles of any Best Buy store and selected websites. Proof of competitor's price required. Exclusions and other conditions apply. See bestbuy.co.uk.
What does the BGR in BGR Bloomer stand for? B means you'll be hard-pressed to find a better solicitor if you've been injured in a road accident that wasn't your fault. G is for the good news that you could claim compensation for medical expenses and loss of earnings too. And R is because BGR Bloomer can help you reach a speedy settlement. BGR Bloomer. Fast, friendly and free. Call 0800 1 777 999. 0800 1 777 999.
There's never been a better time to join Virgin Media. Right now you can get amazing entertainment half price for 6 months. That's 65 must-have TV channels, unlimited weekend calls and fibre optic broadband for just £9.50 a month.
Hey amigo, you forgot to say andale, arriba, arriba, speedy broadband.
So I did. TV calls and andale, arriba, speedy broadband. All at half price, just £9.50 a month.
Mucho spera, amigo.
Get yours fast. To guarantee setup for Christmas, including free installation, order by 10th of December. To find out more, call 0800 052 5000 or go to virginmedia.com/bundles. Cabled areas and new customers only. 18-month contract includes 01, 02 and 03 calls. Line rental £12.24 a month. Offer conditions apply.
At Homebase, all bathroom suites and Schreiber-fitted bedrooms are half price. And from Thursday, there's an extra 15% off sale prices when you spend over £150. What's more, come along to a design and planning consultation for a chance to win £1 million Nectar points. Offer ends Christmas Eve. Homebase. Terms and conditions apply.
It's only at Christmas I remember I've got more godchildren than Vito Corleone.
Me too.
Teenage kids, what on earth do you buy them?
A digital radio.
A radio? Ooh, very cutting edge.
Exactly. Digital radios have loads of music stations and some even have internet radio and iPod docks. So if you're the godfather and you give them a digital radio, it'll be...
an offer they can't refuse.
Oh.
Even the surliest teenager would love a digital radio this Christmas. For more details and to check which stations you can get, go to getdigitalradio.com. Digital radio. More to love.
Get a Kodak 12.3 megapixel camera with optical zoom for just $59.99, only until December 24th. At Best Buy stores nationwide and bestbuy.co.uk.
No, that's not right. Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Lock up your brain 'cause I'm here again.
Adam Ant and Xerox. I'm embarrassed because are you embarrassed by the hits? Because some people 20 odd years later they get a bit embarrassed by it.
I love them.
Really?
I like, I mean, I wouldn't put them out if I didn't love them. I don't go home and listen to them.
No.
But I do when I have to work. I sit there and think, oh yeah, I think that if it's not ready, don't put it out.
Yeah.
It's like if a cook, a chef or whatever is making a cake, and it ain't right, he starts again. If he's going to stick something out substandard, then he's not going to ever be the best cook in wherever.
Yeah.
And there's no... I mean, I did my job. I don't think the record company did theirs. I think if they did, then I'd be an extremely rich person, but...
What do you think went wrong?
I was getting 9%. That's what went wrong.
Really?
And
they were selling millions, though.
And out of 9%, I had to pay the band and the crew and everything else. So, really, it was a kind of... I think the guy out of... Blur had it right when he wrote Dave, or Prince wrote Slave, because it's as close as I can think to, I'd say financial sodomy, really, I could describe it. And
that's a good name for an album, by the way, Financial Sodomy. Yeah. Keep that.
But they know it, and they know what they did. But, basically they got no friends, and now they haven't got a business, really. Yeah. I write all the songs, I wrote all the hits, and that's where I make my living.
Do you still get money from the hits? You still get paid for them?
The publishing's what you live off.
Right, okay.
If I didn't, I'd be in big trouble.
Yeah.
But I do. But even then, the societies that are supposed to protect writers really don't. I mean, any rock and roll musician will tell you that,
Well, here comes the tea.
Here comes the tea.
Here comes the important stuff.
Would you care to sit with me for a cup of English tea? Very tweet, very me, any sunny morning. There you go.
You can have that as a souvenir of the evening. An Absolute Radio mug.
I'd rather take home. But if Catherine gets her way, there'll be blood-stained tissues to take home.
You've been very restrained with the crop. It's got to be said.
I don't really want to come across as moaning, but I think
not
someone
at
has
all.
to.
I think it's interesting.
There's young bands out there at the moment. If you want to kill yourself, you want to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Go to a major record label.
Right.
And really, everyone has to go up about Simon Cowell, but Simon Cowell, he basically, I don't mind the guy because he keeps art out of the way.
Yeah.
He doesn't try and get arty. He's not he doesn't slink into a gig and, hey man, they're all trained lawyers. They got a book. They've got an actual book.
Yeah.
On how to deal with artists. Basically, come on in and but there were two people at my record label who were any good, and the rest were like, I don't know what they are. They'd have been better off in a film like you come over, because basically, it was like do it or you get a head under a horse's head under the bed.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, go out there and and then when you with me, like you get to number one, the only way's down. So on every record I'd went top 30. And when every album wasn't producing, a number one and what, it was like, next. And a new team. The trouble is, it was like shoot out of the OK Corral.
But that's the nature of pop, though, as well, isn't it?
Well, the nature of pop is the turnover is so quick, because you get these... They're journeyman people.
Yeah.
A&R, if it's A&R, I don't know what it's supposed to be, artist repertoire. For me, it's anally retentive. And basically what they do is they come in, and the first thing they do is shoot off everybody that was there in the middle. So if you're one of the people there, you're a dinosaur, so you're gone.
Out, yes.
And I recorded an entire album with Larry Blackman, Bernard Edwards, all the backing vocals of Luther Vandross. It's a great. I don't make bad records. There's no way. And some donut comes in from England and is just given a job, and it's like nah. So
and
he's
didn't
a dinosaur. We'll get rid of it. No, but Jamie Hewlett, who did Tank God, I found him in Hove. Discovered him. He did the cover, and it was like nah. So I've got it now. So better man. But at the end of the day, my granddad said God always pays debts without money, and one day they're going to wake up and think, because they're going around saying I signed Adam Ant. They never signed anything at all. The guy claiming to sign me didn't know. He was like, but the guy said, we did Dog Eat Dog, and I went in there. He goes, oh no, it needs more drums. Did that, so I went off and did nothing. Had a cup of tea, come back. It's much better because the left-hand speaker in his room was broken.
That's ridiculous.
The guy's a plank.
Yeah,
a plank. If I had one, I'd make him walk it.
You talk about less drums, more drums. The double drummers.
Yeah.
It's one of the cool images I remember from the 80s. How did you come about with that?
Well, I couldn't do it with one.
Really?
I mean, it was basically you got a 4/4, and then you got all these cross rhythms.
Yeah.
Which was from Burundi, and from before that I'd seen James Brown. He had 2 drummers.
Right.
And it was just quite. I mean, before the 70s, a lot of drummers like Ginger Baker, or whatever, they had 2 bass drums.
2 bass drums, yeah, of course.
And they could play them. Or Keith Moon, he was like 3 drum kicks.
Yeah.
He was, but. With me, it was just, and also very visually exciting.
Yeah,
it was,
of course.
It was this sort of, and my drummers were like a machine, like Terry and Chris were like machines. It was like a whole rhythm. If you watch them play, it's like a sort of, they're playing all these rhythms, but they're totally in control, looking at each other.
Yeah.
Because they, it was like a body. Because my first ever gig at the ICA in 1977, I said we were a country and western band, and I turned up in a gimp mask and all leather and did beat my guest and got kicked out. But we finished the show courtesy of John Dowie.
Why did you say you were a country and western band?
Because I knew they'd never book us. But it was the Institute of Contemporary Art. I thought that's pretty contemporary. But we went out the back and finished it, and I took the hood off, and he's got blue eyes. And the bloke said to me after, he said, well, just remember one thing. Now, this is serious. He said, and a band is like a body, and you're the head.
Yeah.
And without arms and legs, you're nothing. And without a drummer, any singer will tell you, you've had it. Because singers, guitarists are just nutcase. I mean, every guitar player wants to go to an 11.
Yeah.
Like, when you go in a mix, to mix a record, all they're listening to is themselves.
Yeah.
I used to go out, like, you just play around a bit, I'll go and have a cup of coffee, I'll come back and tell me when you're ready. Go and say, right, the voice is too quiet, because I want to hear the words.
Yeah.
And guitarists they just can't help themselves. I mean, they just can't help themselves. But to me, the rhythm section is so important. And the vocals, you see, you can't tune a throat box, you can't tune that. And that's a muscle, that's human. And if you're doing 60 dates on an American tour, which I did 8 of, if you don't use your diaphragm, if you don't actually use it, if you don't know how to use it,
you're going to blow it.
You've had it.
Yeah.
And, so it's about guitarists, there's some good ones, but not many.
We should, before I forget, and we'll mention it again before you go, we should do the business side. You have got 2 gigs that are coming up.
I've got a lot of gigs coming up.
Have you? The 2 I've got here. What is this tour called?
It's the Good, the Mad and the Lovely World Tour of London 2010-11.
Beautiful.
Because I'm not going out of London, I'm going home at night. I've had enough of touring.
The 2 gigs I've got.
They've got mobile phones.
And you live in North London, don't you?
No.
Oh, do you not?
No, I live in a hole in the back of it. No. I live in London.
Top secret location.
In the west, in the west somewhere.
Okay,
in the Wild West.
The Wild West.
Yeah.
The 2 gigs I've got here: 16th of December, the Camden Electric Ballroom.
Yeah.
And the 21st. What's it called now? The Kentish Town HMV Forum.
I'm doing that. Plus, I've got.
Used to be the Town and Country.
But you never know if that goes well. I'll do more. But
are you enjoying it now?
Oh yeah, I love it. I love going on stage because really, that's for me. Really, next to making love, it's the most wonderful place on earth.
Yeah.
For me. And because it's where that's what I train to do.
Yeah.
And I always leave my best shot in the gym. So when I go on stage, literally anything can happen.
Yeah.
And it's good because they're good on stage, mad and lovely. I'm mad. And what are you then, Catherine? Yeah.
You got that bloody weird. Do you have someone's eye out with that, love? Jeez.
I know. Should have your eye out. So, and the girls are lovely, of course. Sarah hasn't said anything, have you, Sarah?
Go on, Sarah, say something.
I've been a little quiet, but I like to let him have his moment, We
Thank you.
like to let him think he runs the show. Yeah.
You're all looking very glamorous. The lady's looking very glamorous.
Thank
You're all
you.
looking very... I'm hearing the lovely sound. A lot of leather as well is going on.
I was just thinking that. There's a lot of cow on this side, isn't there?
Sounded good.
Sweet.
Listen, Adam, I'm gonna ask. Can I ask a favour?
Yeah, sure.
And I would never normally ask this, but
depends what it is.
You couldn't lend us a fiver, could you?
No.
I told my sister that you were coming on, and she.
What's your sister's name?
Jo.
Okay.
Now, I know for a fact her phone is switched off. Would you mind leaving a message on her answer phone?
Sure.
Because she...
Well, yeah, well, a good one.
Don't Don't leave something rude. She's loved you for like the last 30 years. It's Adamant. Get stuffed. I'm just going to dial her number.
Oh no!
Oh, this could be good.
I told her you were coming on today, and she was like, "Oh my God!" And if you do this, I don't have to buy any Christmas presents.
I know that's.
This is right. Let me just dial it.
You're away.
I'll tell you when it's when it goes through to the answer phone. We're just ringing her now.
She'll answer it. You know.
She better not. I've told
Who
her.
is it? Go away. Stop pretending to be.
It's not Adamant. I never liked him. It was Nick Kershaw I liked.
Nick Kershaw.
There we go. This is. I'll tell you when. We just leave it. That's.
And I'll get back to you.
Phoned up the wrong person.
Please leave your message after
Someone's
the
going to
tone.
get a surprise.
Re-record your message.
Okay, here we go.
Key hash.
Hang on a second. You're through to my sister.
Hello. What's from Joe?
Joe.
Hello.
No, she's not there.
Hello, Joe.
You leave a message.
Hello, Joe. This is Adamant, and I'm calling from Absolute Radio, and I'm sitting here with 3 young ladies. One's got a whip, the other one's got very lovely legs with a short skirt, and the other one on
This
my
is my
left's a bit
sister. Don't
cheeky.
leave a mucky message
Oh,
on
sorry.
her phone. For goodness sakes.
Say something complimentary.
I'd like to wish you a happy Christmas and a wonderful New Year, and I've got plenty around the back.
I'm hanging up. Joe, I can only apologise. Oh, I'm embarrassed, but I'm excited at the same time. Lovely. I'm not totally sure what that means. I think it's quite rude. I've got a feeling. It's...
I'll get thrown off.
It's a high frequency swear. We didn't pick it up. Listen, are you all right to stick around for another 10-15 minutes?
Sure,
It's okay. I'm going to play a song and we'll be back in a bit with some more Adamant.
Just for two, I can serenade and gently play on your heartstrings. Be a Valentino, just me. Ooh, lover boy, what to do tonight? Hey boy, set my alarm, turn on my charm. That's because I'm a good old-fashioned lover boy. Faster, faster. Can you feel my love heat? Come on and see to my heart, seed of love, and tell me how do you feel right after all? I'd like for you and I to go romantic. Say the word, your wish is my command. Ooh, lover boy, what can it tonight? Hey boy, write my letter, feel much better, and use my fancy patter on the telephone. When I'm not with you, think of you always. The longest summer night. When I'm not with you, think of me always. Love you. Love you. Hey boy, where'd you get it from? Hey boy, where did you go? I learned my passion in the good old-fashioned school of lover boys. Dining at the Ritz, we'll meet at 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Pay the bill, you taste the wine. Driving back in style in my saloon will do quite nicely. Just take me back to yours, that will be fine. Come on and get it. Ooh, love. There he goes again. Ooh, my good old-fashioned love boy. What you do tonight? Hey boy, everything's alright, just hold on tight. That's because I'm a good old-fashioned lover boy.
This is Absolute Radio. The no repeat guarantee. Every weekday from 10 while you're at work.
Absolute Absolute Radio.
There's nothing like watching the movies you want, when you want them. So start tonight's movie night in at Blockbuster. Leonardo DiCaprio stars as a thief of the subconscious mind in the mind-blowing action film Inception.
I know how to search your mind and find your secrets.
Rent any 3 movies for just £10.50, including Inception. Out now at Blockbuster on DVD and Blu-ray. Watch the movies you want, when you want them. Only at Blockbuster in-store and online at blockbuster.co.uk. Membership's free.
Hi, Tess here at Claire's Christmas dinner party, and it's not just the turkey that's tasty. Since using Nice and Easy, Claire said stuff it to a black sack dress and slipped into a little red number that would make even Father Christmas blush. Its new improved multi-tonal formula is their most natural looking yet, which is why it's the UK's #1. How are you feeling, Claire?
Delicious, thanks, Tess.
Go on, be a shade braver this Christmas with Nice and Easy.
Now 2 for £8 at Tesco. Offer ends January 3rd. Selected UK stores subject to availability. Permanent shades only.
On Christmas Day, I want my mum to have to work as a prostitute. And then I want to be all alone in our cold, dirty flat. And then I want to go hungry because there's no food. And then I want to sit among the used drug needles and just wait for my mum to come home. Whenever that is.
Thousands of kids in London will be alone this Christmas. Help Kids Company change that and make it a Christmas to remember for 3,000 vulnerable children. Please donate £5 at facebook.com/kidscompany or text Kids Help to 70700.
Whoever thought that mobile phones would ever contain so much, do so much, or be such fun? So at the Carphone Warehouse, we offer simple, impartial advice to help you find the right phone with all the best stuff on it that's perfect for you. And with our new free walkout working service, we'll help make sure you're set up and ready to go. By setting up the date and time and syncing your email, to taking you through your operating system and downloading your first app. Walkout working from the Carphone Warehouse.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
I wish...
Absolute Radio.
I wish, dear listener, you could hear what goes on when the adverts and the records are playing, because it's filth. It's probably illegal, I would say. I didn't know that Adam Ant's got a whip as well, all of a sudden.
Yeah, look, I've got a whip here, mate, and I kicked him out, and I'm Ray Winston, and
He's got plenty round the back.
I've got plenty round the back.
Who'd have thought this at this stage of your career you've got a catchphrase all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Adam? That's where it went wrong.
I've got plenty round the back, man.
Listen, I've read your book, the Stand and Deliver, the autobiography. It's a cracking book.
Thank you.
It's very honest.
Yeah.
Was it? How did you feel writing it? Because you don't hold back in the slightest, really.
I had no choice. I needed the money, really. I had no money at all because I was extremely ill and I got myself in a lot of trouble and paid the price. And then I found myself almost, I don't know, blacklisted, really.
Yeah.
And to put no sort of short term in it. And I literally, you can't live off of posters and wonderful autographs. So I had to do something. And I wrote journals from the first minute I started in the music industry. Well, not in the music, and started being a punk rocker. And I just wrote down, not a diary, but it was like a journal. Because I thought, this is something's happening here. This is something very special happening on the street. And I wrote down what happened. And I actually bought Naked Lunch by William Burroughs. And I hated it, so I just wrote between the lines because I was so broke. And that volume exists, and I did that volume. I'm going to publish that on my own publishing company, Blue Black Azar, because it's actually the truth. And what happened when I was ill, I was so ill, I was eating my soup with a fork. I mean, I didn't know where I was.
Yeah.
And I literally had to get money. So I just had to do a publishing deal. And I really did a very, very bad one because they took full advantage of the fact that I wasn't playing with the full deck.
Yeah.
And I had to do like an 8-city tour, and I was a plank. I had no idea where I was. I was pumped full of like antidepressants, which I think are tantamount to sort of, I don't know. I mean, when I was a kid, I read 1984, and I think we're living in 1984 now. And I think that it's the sort of antidepressants are handed out like, sweeties, and they're very serious drugs.
I think they can be helpful for the right person at the right
in a
time.
crisis,
but you're right, they can be
but
just
they
handed
don't
out.
win you off it.
No.
And they don't educate people about how they got to deal with it. And you do have to speak to your doctor. But doctors don't have the time, obviously, to do with everybody, because I would suggest, alternative, and I'm going off the beaten track here, but it's true. If you're feeling that way, it's usually because you're tired, and there's been 2 or 3 crises. You lose your job, you lose a family member, you get a bad illness, and you just can't handle it. And at that point, you've got to take a rest, and you've got to hug a tree, go for a walk, or be with an animal, like cuddle something. Yeah? And you don't, because
you push yourself harder,
it's not set
and
up
harder,
like that.
and
and of course you just wake up one morning and the routine's gone out the window, and you think, and then so I wrote about all of that, and I was very honest about it, and I kept doing it, and there were like 40 volumes of these things, and it goes from rags to riches to rags, and then up and down, but that's good. So what I'm planning to do in my dotage is publish them very much like Casanova, but I'm going to bring out a book out called Punkanova, and it's going to be the first volume, which was from 1976 September through to the eve of me going on Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
And it's the truth, and I want to obviously change names, and I wasn't happy because with the book it was actually taken away from me, and they didn't change anything. I wrote everything, but they re-edited it. They started with the suicide attempt.
Yeah.
And then they wrote a kind of, the guy doing it was a very nice chap, very sort of nice fella, but no one can come into your life as a stranger and understand something that your life. So they kind of put it it's a bit sort of shock value,
Yeah,
so
of
it's
course.
like, and it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
The book starts literally in a cafe in 76, it's raining, Malcolm's just nicked the band, it's wet, and I'm saying, right, I saw Rocky 1, I went to the top of Primrose Hill, and
Did you just run up there and do
that was it.
that?
If there had been no Sylvester Stallone, I'd never, ever, ever have done it.
Really?
Not in a million years, never.
Now, there's a revelation that I wasn't expecting.
You're
You're saying
joking.
the Rocky film?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Rocky 1.
Yeah.
And I'm going to direct. I wrote my book, Stand and Deliver, is now being turned into a screenplay.
Oh, superb!
And we're going to do a film, and I'm going to direct. I've written another script called Bad All Over, which I'm going to direct myself. Because I've written scripts before. I wrote a script called London Bridge, which was going to be directed by Hal Ashby, who's a legendary director, directed 5 Easy Pieces, and, wonderful director, and he died, unfortunately, before doing it. But, this project is, because I've always storyboarded my own videos and directed them, and whatever, I've got, interest now. I've got interest from some very substantial artists.
Who would you have playing you in a film?
I've got no idea. Well, there are 2 people. But one of them's English, one of them's American. But it depends what kind of film you want to make.
Yeah.
If you want to make a kind of blockbuster, then you have to deal with Hollywood. I've lived in Hollywood for 5 years.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you pay the price. I mean, obviously the music will be great, and I'm alive, so I wouldn't let anybody mess around with it. But on the other hand, someone that's taking the part has to be willing to do a Mickey Rourke, who in The Wrestler cut himself. So I did a scene in the film in my story, where I actually wanted to test my own sort of courage, and I'd be very interested in African tribes and rituals. So I had, a swear word carved in my back with a razor blade.
Yeah.
And a certain actor, I wouldn't expect them to do the lot, but to experience that pain, if Mickey Rourke looked like me, I'd get Mickey Rourke in a minute.
He was brilliant in The Wrestler, wasn't he?
Because he's a great guy.
Yeah.
But, there's a couple of British actors, chap called Nick Moran who does resemble me.
I'm aware of Nick Moran, yeah, of
called
course.
Ant Muse, that was great. But then there's Johnny Depp.
I was going to say Johnny
Depp.
That's what I thought of.
But
Ant Muse, that was the film in a supermarket. Was there?
He did. Yeah,
my mate Mackenzie was in that.
Yeah, he's in.
Did you like
Pirates.
that?
Pardon?
Did you like that? Then?
Yeah, I thought it was me. I really.
It was
thought
brilliant,
it was me.
wasn't it? Yeah.
And he's a great. He's directed Telstar. He's a very, very. He was in Lock, Stock as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, of course. I've not seen Telstar, but apparently it's fantastic.
No, he's very good. But it's really, when you've got an artist who's alive, like when they did the Ray Charles story, the reason it was so good is because he was alive. And the actor that won the Oscar, obviously wonderful performance, but when he went to play with Ray Charles, he's playing, and he was playing with Ray Charles, and he played, and he apparently dropped a note, and Ray Charles said, "You ain't going to do that to me, are you?" And he knows he's right on his case. If the artist is alive, obviously, you don't interfere, but it's an odd thing. But it's a good. I was trained to. I was studying with a guy called Harry Mastrogeorge in Los Angeles for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I had Ray Liotta in my class, Daryl Hannah,
Wow.
Vincent Spano, Sherry Belafonte, and, you know, some good people. And when you're doing a scene with Ray Liotta, you better... And this was not methodology, this was basically, here's the story, your job's to tell the story, to come into communication with the story.
Yeah.
Don't mess around with it, you don't change one iota of the story. So there's no methodology. You don't have to be a drunk to imagine, you know, Olivier said it's, you know, acting's playing pretend, it's a child's game. And he was the greatest, in my view, ever, together with... I mean, I like people like Spencer Tracy, and Gene Hackman's a great actor, Robert Duvall's a great actor. I've met De Niro. De Niro's a, you know, fine actor, but the ones that really are great are like Montgomery Clift, John Garfield.
Yeah.
And we got some very fine actors over here. Tim Roth's a great actor.
Tim Roth's fantastic. One of the best.
But, you know, Tim, it's a job because he's very workmanlike. They don't get affected by it. But some people buy into the wrong side of it.
Yeah.
So it's sort of... But when you got to Hollywood and I studied, it was the first time I'd heard no. It was... I'm going off the track here, but I've written this all in my diary.
Yeah.
Because people don't believe, you know, you're going for a job and you're sitting there and Liam Neeson's sitting next to you. And it's not name-dropping, but he was at that level and you're going in for a part. And I mean, how the bloody hell am I going to... You know, you're going in there for a part of like a 6'10", but you go for everything.
Yeah, of course.
Like I was doing 20 auditions a week
Yeah.
and getting told no on 20 of them.
Yeah.
But I've done 19 movies.
Yeah.
I worked with Dennis Hopper, Harry Dean Stanton.
I love Harry Dean Stanton.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
I worked for the great John Frankenheimer, who directed Manchurian Candidate and Birdman of Alcatraz. I mean, this guy's, you know, when he said cut, yes, Mr. Franken, I was no messing around. And my ambition is, if I'm going to direct a film, take a leaf out of Clint Eastwood's book, because he was the man with no name. I was the man with the white stripe across his nose, or the Band-Aid. And I studied that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do it unless, you know, if people don't have the respect for you. When he says action, and when he says cut, it's cut.
Yeah.
When I'm making a record, if they don't want to listen to what I'm saying, then get someone else to work.
Listen, we're running out of time. I'll plug the gigs again in a second. I've got
Thank you very much.
two final questions, if that's all
Yeah.
right. I could listen to you all night,
I've got
man.
plenty round the back.
I don't want to know about what you got round the back, Adam. I've got no interest in it, please.
I know.
Two quick questions. The Motown 25th anniversary thing.
Yeah.
I've just been reading a book about Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
And it alludes to the thing that happened between you and Diana Ross, where she cut... What happened there?
Well, I got asked to do it because my mentor was Berry Gordy. He taught me everything about the music industry. I was very good friends with a lady called Suzanne DePass, who was vice president of Motown Records. And through my agent in LA, Michael Black, I got to know her, and I ended up staying with Berry Gordy, and he taught me all really about record production, about Motor City, and how they used to listen to the tracks as the cars were coming off the line. He'd have a link and he'd play the songs through the radio.
Yeah.
And all kinds of things. And I met Marvin Gaye.
Wow.
And I recorded... he said you can do it... Berry said you can do any song you want from the catalogue, because the theme was Yesterday, Day, Forever.
Yeah.
He'd seen the videos. Michael Jackson liked it. I went to visit Michael Jackson, and he was lovely, and his family were gorgeous, and he's a genius, and again, one of the other geniuses we have. And I got to know these people, and then the next thing I knew, I'm with Gil Askey in the studio doing Baby Red Love with the same guys that play the original. And I did it, and then I had to go on stage, and you know, I'd had a cartilage operation about 11 days before, so my knee had gone.
Yeah.
My knee was gone. I knew that. It was all strapped up. So I dressed up and I did it, and then there was and baby, and you got the whole of, you know, there's four tops everybody in there. So these are people that I worship and adore, you know, and I'll do baby, and it was going all right. I wear white wrestling boots and I'm mocking about, and then I thought my knee actually went. Oh Christ, here we go, and it's live. So I went down on one leg and sat down. I thought, you know, this will be all right. And then all of a sudden, the audience went, oh, hey! I thought, Christ, you know, I really appreciate the effort. I look over, there's Diana Ross. I go, Christ! I stood up, and it's like my hip, it's like my jaw at the floor.
And she came out on stage, and you didn't know she was going to do it?
I'd never met her before. So she started dancing with me.
How mad is this?
And that was that. And then I came off, and as I came off, There was Marvin Gaye in a white suit and Smokey Robinson in a dark suit, and they put their arms around me and hugged me, and then I came off stage, and then it was like
hugged by Marvin Gaye, man.
And then the next minute it was like I came off and said, "Oh, thank you very much," and Marvin came to the room and said, "You know, I'm Marvin Gaye." I said, "I know you."
Yeah, I recognise you,
such
sir.
a nice guy. And then it was like that was it, and then at the and I was on the stage about 10 foot away, and there's and now, Michael Jackson did. Billie Jean for the first time ever, so I'm 10 foot away. Oh no, I had to follow Michael Jackson. He'd done it before. After he'd done that, it's like, and now from London,
Michael
England.
Jackson was his warm-up act.
Yeah. But he changed history, and I'm standing there, and I think, oh dear, here we go.
Was
But
the first time he moonwalked? Wasn't
first
it,
time he did any of it.
Yeah.
And he was an incredibly gentle, kind artist. He was a pure artist. I'm not an artist, I'm an artisan. But he was, this kid was doing it since he was 4. And if you look at This Is It, I had a good... seeing This Is It actually made me want to do it again.
Really?
And it made me want to do it right as well, because if you don't have that kind of respect from the musicians around you, then don't do it.
Yeah.
And he earned it, and I've earned it, and I'm going to get it. But I've been doing it for 34 years. He did it for 40 years. But, come on, he was walking through it, and his walkthrough was better than anything there's ever going to be.
Yeah.
And the guy was just it was assassination, really. I mean, I'm with LaToya on that one. I really think that's a nasty... That was a conspiracy in my view.
Yeah.
I don't know where and when I'm not going to get involved because I want to finish my career. But, I don't really want to have an opinion on this. Who are you saying to me that you did these things? No, I mean, it's a nightmare. But he was a... I mean, come on. He was a real... He weren't a little... The act was... I spent a whole day with him. I spent 8 hours with him at his home. And he was just, creeping around like, and I want you to see my llama. And I was all creeping around. And I went on for a few hours. And then we went into his cinema and watched White Light, White Heat with Cagney. And he was going to make a remake of it with Spielberg.
Wow.
And we spent about 2 hours in there because everybody went, because everyone was watching him. And then he showed me a few dance moves because I'd done my leg in, and he said, well, you don't want to... Do you want to pivot? You're going to do... all this. So that was good, and I still use that now because I don't jump around anymore.
Yeah.
I just use my hips, don't I, girls? And
we should make... Listen, we got
you better go now, because I better go now. You're the DJ.
And I don't...
We better go now.
Get out of my studio.
Oh,
Apart from the whip lady, you can stay as long as you want, love.
Ooh.
And without
Catherine...
Listen, and without prying, because you kind of your story has been put in the papers up. You're looking well? Are you well?
Yeah, I've always been a nutcase. You've got to be a nutcase to...
I didn't want to say anything, but
no, you've got to be mad to be in rock and roll, because you look at the odds. I mean, the odds of getting and not surviving are pretty major, really. But it's a miracle that I was, even before all that stuff happened, that turmoil. The truth of which I can't really say, because if I do, it'll just stop now and it'll get legal. But the fact that I have had guns pulled on me, I've been stabbed, shot at.
Yeah.
I've had, and that was gladly that's not around anymore. But punk rock was a very heavy, violent thing. But there was this wonderful, spirit that I think it was set a precedent. But it was a very ugly time, and a lot of casualties. You know? A lot of people have died, and I really don't like drugs at all. I won't have drugs at all. I've never taken drugs.
No.
And I'm a very big stickler on that, and I think that it's something that gets glamorised a lot. You know, Keith Richard can handle it, because basically, he's Keith Richard, but it doesn't actually... It's a product of boredom. If you're going to be in rock and roll, it's boring, because that 90 minutes is what you live for, and the rest of the time you're on a bus, it's bad food and all that. But again, that's wonderful, but 9 times around you've got to be disciplined, and the discipline is what the girls here make for them.
The discipline is what Catherine's got.
We've got plenty of...
It's lovely to see you, sir. It's lovely to see all of you. Catherine, Georgina and Sarah, it's great to be here. The gigs, the dates that we've got: December the 16th at the Camden Electric Ballroom, and the 21st... 25th is Christmas Day. No one would do a gig on Christmas Day. 21st at the Kentish Town HMV Forum. The new album is coming out in January. When it comes out, come in.
The single will be in January.
Okay.
The single, I can tell you, will be... there's probably a double A-side called... First one will be Hard Men, Tough Blokes, and possibly Cradle Your Hatred.
Come in and do some songs for us. Come in and do a little
I'll
session.
do an acoustic one.
Yeah, that'd be wicked, man. I'd love that.
That'd be great.
All right, listen, lovely to meet you all.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to end on one of the hits, if that's all right.
Okay.
Stand and Deliver, because I had it in the car and it sounded...
Oh, you rapscallion.
Do you not want that one?
I love it. Why not?
In that case, let's have that.
Thank
Adam,
you.
it's
Thank
a
you
pleasure
very
to meet you all.
much.
Cheers,
Thank
mate. Thank you.
I'm the dandy highwayman who you're too scared to mention. I spend my cash on looking flash and grabbing your attention. The devil take your stereo and your record collection. The way you look, you'll qualify for next year's old age pension. Stand and deliver your money or your life. Try the mirror like bullet or a knife. I'm the dandy highwayman, so sick of easy fashion. The clumsy boots, pickable ropes that people think so dashing. So what's the point of robbery when nothing is worth taking? It's kind of tough to tell a scrap the big mistake is making. Stand and deliver your money or your life. Try the mirror, like bullet or a knife. And even though you fool your soul, your conscience will be mine. Oh, mine. We're the dandy highwaymen, so tired of excuses, of digging in philosophies where only showbiz loses. We're the dandy highwaymen, and here's our invitation. Throw your safety overboard and join our insect nation. Stand and deliver your money or your life. Try the mirror, like bullet or a knife. Even though you fool your soul, your conscience will be mine. Oh, mine. Da-diddly-quack-quack, 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 da-diddly-quack-quack,
We are Absolute Radio, now with a cooler, smoother taste.
Absolute Radio.
Rock and roll football is back this Saturday with Russ Williams.
Join me, Russ Williams, from 1:30 for all the build-up to this weekend's big game. And then at 3, we have commentary from Jim Proudfoot.
I'll be at Villa Park for the Midlands Derby, Aston Villa against West Brom. Then, it's Ian Wright.
Thanks, boys. I'll wrap it up. And you can hear from the managers and the fans at full time.
Rock and roll football live with Sky Sports.
Enjoy all of the festive football fixtures this Christmas in sparkling high definition with Sky Sports HD.
Absolute Radio.
Is there anything more Yorkshire than a trusty Yorkshire Terrier? That's right, Samson. The answer is no. But PlusNet Broadband's call centre comes pretty close. Why? Because the Yorkshire folk who work there are helpful, friendly, reliable, good-looking, they'll always buy a round, they're not as hairy, and they sat just up the road in lovely Sheffield. Of course, a Yorkshire call centre won't lick your face first thing in the morning or fetch a stick. But you won't have to take it outside to do its business either. And you don't have to chase them round the house to bath them. So it's all good, I say. PlusNet. Good, honest broadband from Yorkshire.
Oh, woe is you. Christmas is here and you haven't bought a thing. Well, chin up. It's not over until the fat bird is out of the oven. Just go to iwantoneofthose.com. You can order fabulous gifts for Christmas delivery right up to December the 22nd. So, Tiny Tim, you shall go to the ball. Or, better, IWantOneOfThose.com. Every hour, one customer will get their whole basket paid for, and everyone wins a consolation prize. Give the stuff they really, really want this Christmas at IWantOneOfThose.com.
Right, well, you know, you got the wooden flooring, that's going to add a fair bit, and the panelling don't come cheap, but I should be able to knock a little bit off for labour, so let me have a little look. Say, £5,467.19.
Turn estimated bills into accurate ones with our online Energy Smart service. You'll only pay for the energy you use each month, putting you firmly in control. Find out more at britishgas.co.uk. Look after your world with British Gas. Exclusions apply.
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
I loved you then. clothes. Close up with the sign that says we never close. You snatch a chew and you match a cigarette. She pulls the eyes out with a face like a magnet. I don't know how much more of this I can take. She's filing her nails while they're dragging the lake. She's watching the detectives. Oh, he's so cute. She's watching the detectives. Oh, and they shoot. They beat him up until the teardrops start. But he can't do it 'cause he's got no heart. You think you're alone until you realize you're in it now. Fear is here to stay, love is here for a visit. Call it instant chess when it's past the legal limit. Someone's scratching at the window. I wonder who is a better detective from the tech if you belong to the parents who are ready to hear the rest about their daughter's disappearance. So it really took a miracle to get you to stay. It only took my little fingers to blow you away. Just like watching the detectives. Don't get cute. Just like watching the detectives. Get so angry when the teardrops start. But he can't move it 'cause he's got no heart. Watching the detectives. It's just like watching the detectives. 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 Watching the detectives.
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio. Do excuse us, dear listener. Eloise and I are reminiscing about the time we interviewed Adam Ads, the nicest man in the world. Wasn't he lovely? And I'm sorry, we didn't play much music then, and Mr. Grace, if you're listening, I can only apologise, but I could have listened to him talking all night for the 2 hours, and then I could have gone home with him and sat up till dawn. Wasn't he We just go, yeah, Marvin Gaye hugged me, I went round to Michael Jackson. Just fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Adam Ant. And looking well. Really good to see him looking and sounding well, you know. I wasn't sure. I only found out this afternoon. I got a call from Eloise at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Do you want Adam Ant live on the show? I was like, what are you calling for? Yes? Of course I do. And I wasn't sure, you know, because I've heard the stories. But he looked well, sounded focused about his music. Give me an excuse to play my greatest hits, Adam Ant greatest hits in the car. My sister is going to die tomorrow when she switches on her phone and there's a message from Adam Ant. She's actually going to die. Just to remind you, he's playing 16th of December at the Camden Electric Ballroom and the 21st at the Kentish Town HMV Forum. Well, what a nice man. We should take some phone calls, really, I suppose. It'd be great if he came in and did a live session, wouldn't it? Oh, I'll have that. I'm sometimes, right, I'm aware that I've got one of the cushiest jobs in the world. Basically, I get paid quite well, not masses, but I get paid quite well to come and sit in here 2 hours a night and dick around. That's it. And sometimes it's enjoyable. Sometimes I hate it, if I'm honest. Sometimes it pisses me off. Sometimes I go home and go, yeah, that was a good show. And then sometimes you talk to someone like that for an hour and you kind of just
realise what a privilege this job is to do that, because that was fascinating. The people he's met and worked with, the number of records he's sold, wonderful. We'll get him back anytime he wants to come. Anytime he wants to come. Right, we'll start the show, shall we? On tomorrow's show, we're giving away 2 of the Frank Sidebottom, going off on a complete tangent, 2 of the Frank Sidebottom box sets that are coming out. And they are beautiful. You can get them now. If you go to Amazon, you can buy them now. They are beautiful. Really stunning. I think it's pretty much everything you put out on vinyl. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. And there's a load of videos on there as well. A treat. I've got mine. Beautiful. I wrote a few words in there. Oh, yes. And we're going to give away 2 of those box sets. We may have a little competition. Someone suggested on Twitter we do the impersonate Frank. Well, hang on. The aircon's gone off. Hang on. I wonder it's getting hot in here. I turned the blooming aircon off. What am I thinking? Someone suggested on Twitter we do a who can do the best Frank Sidebottom impersonation. That may be the way to go tomorrow to give away 2 of those. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. Eloise is busy putting the podcast out, which is going to be the Adam Ant interview. So it's call straight to air up until 1 o'clock when Polly comes in. Does that sound like a good deal? I've got to play a load of music because I'm way behind. And I don't want TalkSport to complain that we're not playing enough records. You know what I mean? So I will play some music and we'll get by and we'll do our stuff. But if you want to do some calls, straight to air, 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
When I met you, you were just 16, pulling the wings off the flies. When an old lady got hit by a truck, I saw the wicked gleam in your eyes. You're sadistic, masochistic. There's a whip in my valise. Oh yeah, who taught you to torture? Who taught you? Who taught you?
Thank you very much, line 1. That was nice, wasn't it? Let's go to line 2. You're on the wireless.
Hey, Fito.
Hello?
You there? Find out what's happening.
Who? Oh, it's you. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, guy. Hey, Mum, what you been up to?
Oh, you know, this and that. I'm buying a house and stuff.
Yeah, where are you moving to?
Like I'm going to tell you that. It's classified information as well, you know, sir.
I know where you live anyway.
Oh. Why is this a very weird line?
Why is this a very weird line?
It's all gone psychedelic. I don't know what's going on there. Line 3, you're on the wireless. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, line 3, you're on the air.
Hello, it's Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
Long time no talk.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember me?
No.
I fell in my well, remember?
Oh, you're the falling in the well guy.
Yeah, I am.
Are you out of the well yet?
I am.
Okay, well. That's good to know.
Yeah. How are you?
Got really chapped lips, and I don't think I've got any Carmex with me, so I'm not particularly happy.
Damn, where's Eloise today?
What do you mean, where's Eloise today? She's in the other studio editing the podcast.
Oh.
Is that it?
No, not really. Just seeing how you were.
Okay, well, I'm going to cut you off now.
Boring.
This is Absolute Radio.
Yes, you were.
Weekend mornings, brought to you by Treebor Soft Mints. Frank Skinner.
I presume you've talked about us not getting the World Cup this morning, have you?
We've not got it.
Oh, sorry to break this to...
No. Sorry. I've
you?
taped it. I haven't had a chance to watch it back yet.
Oh, right.
Oh,
I've got your medical results here as well.
Is that how you spell chlamydia?
Frank Skinner, Saturday morning at 8. Get the mistletoe ready this Christmas with the soft minted taste of Treebor Soft Mints. Sponsors of Dave Gorman and Frank Skinner's weekend shows.
Absolute Radio. It's time to relax and put the back into Christmas shopping with Matalan. with half price on selected ladies' coats, knitwear and partywear, plus many more offers in store. There's something special for everyone, and with free parking, late opening and online shopping. Who says this can't be the best Christmas ever?
Is there anything more Yorkshire than a trusty Yorkshire Terrier? That's right, Samson. The answer is no. But PlusNet Broadband's call centre comes pretty close. Why? Because the Yorkshire folk who work there are helpful, friendly, reliable, good-looking, they'll always buy a round, they're not as hairy, and they sat just up the road in lovely Sheffield. Of course, a Yorkshire call centre won't lick your face first thing in the morning or fetch a stick. But you won't have to take it outside to do its business either. And you don't have to chase them round the house to bath them. So it's all good, I say. PlusNet. Good, honest broadband from Yorkshire.
Iain Lee's 2-hour-long late-night radio show starting at 11.
For my moment to come, I'm waiting for the movie to begin. I'm waiting for a revelation. I'm waiting for someone to count me in. 'Cause now I only see my dreams in everything I touch. Feel their cold hands on everything that I love. Cold like some magnificent sky. Fashioned you from jewels and stone. I made you in the image of myself. I gave you everything you wanted, so you would never know anything else. But every time I reach for you, you slip through my fingers into cold sunlight, laughing at the things that I had planned. The map of my Did you wanna be a winner? Did you wanna be an icon? Did you wanna be famous? Did you wanna be the president? Did you wanna start a war? Did you wanna have a family? Did you wanna be in love? Did you wanna be in love? When we fall in love, we're just falling in love with ourselves. We're spiraling, we're tumbling down. We're spiraling, tied up to the ground. We're
Oh, 0330 123 12 15 is the phone number. Unusual show. We had a guest for the first hour. Adam Ant was wonderful. If you want to get the Best Bits podcast, that'll be the interview. If you're new to the show, it's not always like this. The last couple of shows have been a bit odd. Yesterday we had the Lost special. Tonight we had Adam Ant. It doesn't normally sound like this, but I'm enjoying doing a little bit different bits and pieces and, flexing my muscles in other directions. I hope you are as well. I know some of you aren't because I can see your texts. But do you know what? I couldn't give a stuff. If you do like the show and you want to hear more, then I suggest you get the podcast. You can get them either on iTunes, type in Iain Lee, Absolute Radio, or you can go to absoluteradio.co.uk/Iain Lee and get them from there. I've had a very exciting email from Japan. This band that are playing now, the Recorder Quartet, they're coming to London in May next year. I've just had an email from their manager, Shinomi, which means they're going to come to London and do some gigs, and they're going to come in the studio and play some songs in the studio in May. How exciting is that? So if you want to see one of these guys are awesome. Listen to this. And she keeps calling me back again. One of my little boy's second favourite song. If you want to see Recorder Quartet, make sure you keep listening to the show, and as soon as we get more details, boy oh boy, we'll let you know. I've got some emails to send to Japan tomorrow. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. I'm in a good mood, which is unusual these days, so make the most of it, because he won't be here tomorrow. 33 minutes until Polly James comes in and does her excellent thing. Which usually involves vandalising the studio and making it so it doesn't work, but we overlook that because she's so good at what she does. Let's take some calls straight to air. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Ding, 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 ding.
Thank you very much. If you want to phone up and sing lines from Adam Ant songs, you're more than welcome to. I'm sure he'd be very pleased. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
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 Do you like surprises?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm not telling you what it is, but you're going to have one.
It better not be a bloody rug.
It's not a rug.
Okay. And it better not be any food.
No, it's not food.
Okay, I'm still slightly nervous, but never
You've
mind.
got to wait and see. It's a Christmas surprise.
Oh, Christmas surprise, you say, Victoria? Oh, bloody Christmas surprise! I look forward to it.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
Bye!
Bye!
There we go. It's Victoria. She's one of the show's poet laureates. Although the other poet laureate, whose name escapes me, doesn't call in anymore, which is a shame. Let's go to line 6. 6, you're on the wireless.
Hey, man, it's Nath.
Hey, Nath, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm cool, man. How's you looking forward to Christmas?
Yeah, I am. I bought a Christmas tree today.
Oh, good, a real one?
Yeah, I did. We're in this weird situation where we could possibly be moving house before Christmas or not, we don't know, and everything is packed up in boxes. And so it's all a bit miserable in our house, and today I made the decision I'm going to go out and buy a lovely little Christmas tree, and I did, and the wife's decorated it, and suddenly I'm in the Christmas spirit, Nath.
Oh, lovely, well done.
I'm in a very good mood.
That date I was telling you about?
The what, sorry?
That date, when I was going to take that girl to that Italian restaurant.
Oh, yeah. How did that go?
We had to take a rain check because her friends got involved and my friends were saying, look, they can back off. We're from two different cultures.
Oh, OK. Well, what culture are you from and what culture is she from?
I'm English, but she's from Asia.
OK.
I mean, just all got a bit complicated.
So who was getting involved then?
Well, from what I can gather, the reason why she blew me out...
Yeah.
And because she's Asian, she had all her Asian friends saying, stay away from him, he's no good, and everything like that.
Yeah.
Which was a bit out of order of them, really was.
It is a bit, but your friends were saying the same thing, were they?
No, my friends are cool with it,
Okay,
you know?
okay. Well, you know, maybe that's for the best, Nathan. You know, maybe she wasn't the right girl for you.
I know, but
it's a shame, and it's a shame when people get involved.
Yeah.
They should just let two people get on and make their own minds up.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Well, let us know if the date happens again or if someone else comes along.
Okay, so have a good Christmas, and give love to you and yours.
Thank you, Nathan. It's very kind of you, mate. You have a good one as well. Let's go to line 8. 8, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello, line 8, that's you?
Sorry?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Hello there.
Hello there, yes.
Yes, it's me.
I know.
I just thought I'd say hello because I haven't been on the air for a while.
What's your name?
My name's Lee.
Hello, Lee.
Yeah, just thought I'd say it's a good thing with Adamant earlier.
Wasn't it nice to hear him sounding so well and chipper?
He was. This was great.
I could have listened to him all night. What a fascinating bloke. Hello? He's listening.
Hello, yeah, if you can get Polly James to play the Ocean Colour Scene.
I will tie Polly James up to a chair and throw custard pies at her until she agrees to play Ocean Colour Scene. How about that, Lee?
Yeah, just anyone. Just any one of them.
Which one?
Any one of them.
Just anyone. Okay, so
she knows.
She knows.
Yeah, she knows.
She knows. Yeah. I don't know what that means. Polly is now listening upstairs going, I don't think I'm going to go on the radio tonight. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the radio. Let's try this one, shall we? Line 7, you're on the wireless. Hello, Line 7.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know much.
Okay.
That's why this conversation is going to be short and quick.
Beautiful.
Bye.
Bye. There we go. That's what we like. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
There's someone there. I can hear them.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Can you hear me?
I can. That's why I'm responding to you.
Are you there? I can't hear you.
I'm here.
Hello, Ian, are you there?
I'm here. I'm talking to you, you idiot.
Ian, where are you? Come on, Ian.
You are an idiot.
Is that hospital radio? Are you there?
Okay, there we go. It's, I'm enjoying myself tonight. Doesn't happen very often. I'm a grumpy old sod. Hello, Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Ian.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to speak to you, Ian.
Nice to speak to you, Winston Churchill.
Big fan. Not Winston Churchill, I've got a very deep voice.
Oh, okay.
Deepest voice ever.
I remember Winston Churchill, if I know what the says.
My voice is much deeper than Winston Churchill's.
Your voice is much deeper than Winston Churchill.
Question, though.
Hello, yes, what?
What was Adamant wearing tonight? It was very squeaky.
It was very... He had
was
on...
it plastic or leather?
It was leather.
I knew it. Just wanted to clear that up.
It was a leather jacket, and the young lady, Georgina, who was sat next to him, also had a leather jacket on, but Adamant was the squeakier of the two jackets.
I'm a big fan of Adams.
He's a nice bloke. I wasn't sure what I was going to get, and what I get was an absolutely charming gentleman who's quite humble, I think, and a pleasure to talk to.
Some great records.
Yeah, he's done some good...
I was just disconcerted by the squeakiness.
Well, if I see him again, I'll let him know that you were put off by the squeakiness.
Fantastic.
Thank you, mate. Well, there we go. I wish it could be like this every night, don't you? Wish it could be Christmas every day. Just more of your call straight to air after Coldplay and their Christmas song, Christmas Lights. I've got a cracking Christmas record to play you tomorrow. A cracking one by Margot Gurrian, who came on the show a couple of weeks ago. A brilliant Christmas song. But this isn't bad. Have a listen to this.
Christmas night, another fight. Tears we cried, a flood. Got all kinds of poison in my blood. I took my feet to Oxford Street, trying to right a wrong. Just walk away, those windows say, but I can't believe she's gone. When you're still waiting for the snow to fall, it doesn't really feel like Christmas at all. Doesn't really feel like Christmas at all. Still waiting for the snow to fall. It doesn't really feel like Christmas at all. Those Christmas Christmas lights light up the street, down where the sea and say to me, may all your troubles soon be gone. Oh, Christmas lights keep shining on. Those Christmas lights light up the street. Maybe they'll bring her back to me. And then all my troubles will be gone. Oh, Christmas lights keep shining on. Oh, Christmas lights light up the street, light up the fireworks in me. May all your troubles soon be gone. Those Christmas lights keep shining on.
Finally felt Christmassy today. 'Cause I don't know if we're moving or not. We're moving before Christmas? I don't know. After Christmas? I don't know. Someone tell me. We heard it might be before Christmas, but we don't know for sure. So my whole flat is in boxes. And it's not, very nice. And we got the little boy, and it's his first Christmas, and very un-Christmassy. I haven't done any shopping whatsoever. Don't need to get anything with my sister now. I've got Adam Ann to phone her up. How cool is that? Seriously, how cool is that, Joe? You owe me big time. And I got him to sign it right in this book as well, and he's done plenty in there. Good lad. But so I went and got a little tree, tiny little tree, 3 foot tall, some decorations on it, played a Christmas CD today. Suddenly, I'm in the Christmas mood, and I'm looking forward to it. And do you know what? This year, it's going to be bloody good. Bloody good. Let's go to line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello again.
Jesus. Yes!
Right, I can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
What?
Yeah, well, listen, it's some advice for your house. I hope it all goes well and you can move in okay. The housing market is pretty dire all across the country. So you better get in there quick and get sold, because if it gets to the new year, I think you're going to struggle personally, Ian.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't quite know what I don't quite know what it was about. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Prince Charming, Prince Charming.
Lovely. that may have been Adam Ann phoning up. I don't know. Maybe that's what his voice sounds like now. I just don't know. But I'm certainly going to go to the gig in Camden. Let's go to line 3, you're on the wireless.
My baby says I mistreat her. I don't know about that. I only know when I beat her. She'd like to call me she keeps me on playing those B-side records all day long in the flat. They're a little bit obscure, she says. I call her a B-side baby. And that's that. That's it, I'm afraid.
This is Absolute Radio.
Do I buy Country Life butter? Because unlike Anchor from New Zealand, it supports our great British dairy farmers.
Oi! Rotten! Get off my land!
No, I buy Country Life because I think it tastes the best. Country Life. It's not about Great Britain, it's about great butter.
It's time to relax and put the back into Christmas shopping with Matalan. With half price on selected ladies' coats, knitwear and party wear, plus many more offers in store. There's something special for everyone. And with free parking, late opening and online shopping, who says this can't be the best Christmas ever?
Right, well, you got the wooden flooring, that's going to add a fair bit, and the panelling don't come cheap, but I should be able to knock a little bit off for labour, so let me have a little look, say £5,467.19.
Turn estimated bills into accurate ones with our online Energy Smart service. You'll only pay for the energy you use each month, putting you firmly in control. Find out more at britishgas.co.uk. Look after your world with British Gas. Exclusions apply.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
Sore throat again. This is, I lost my voice a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm getting a sore throat again. Having a baby, you see. Talking about the boy a lot tonight. I never talk about him, but well, obviously I do talk about him, just not on air. It's silly to have a baby and never talk about him, but on air, I kind of. But he's coughing and spluttering, and I always get his colds. I always get people's colds, and I'm getting his all the time. So fingers crossed. Ginger tea, I'm doing, and that's it. Really gargling with aspirin. Soluble aspirins are the ones that dissolve, aren't they? I don't know. There's soluble and there's the other kind, and I never really buy the that is the one that dissolves. I think it is, because I tried to just like put one in my mouth and it all went a bit fizzy. I don't like fizzy in my mouth. Anyway, off on a tangent. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. We're taking calls straight to air for the last 15 minutes of the show. Polly James is on at 1 o'clock. And God damn it, she's going to play an Ocean Colour Scene song, or this whole building is going to get burnt down. Eloise is putting the podcast together and putting that out, so it'll be ready for you at some point. If you want to call up and go straight to air to say anything you want. Maybe you want to sing an Adam Ant song, maybe you want to have a go at me, maybe you want to say it was good, maybe you want to tell me what you had for your breakfast. I don't know. 0330 123 1215. Don't swear, don't be libelous. We've got a 7-second delay. I can cut you off, dump that bit, and stop you from ever phoning in again. I know I had the power. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
And music.
Oh, hang on a second. Eloise just shouted in my ear. What was that? Oh, no, hang on. What mic are you on? 2? You haven't got one? Oh. Hang on a minute. We can make this work. Hang on a minute. There's got to be a button somewhere that will make Eloise talk. Hang on. No. Oh, balls. She just whispered in my ear there isn't because she... Hang on a minute. Would this...
Say montage.
Say that again?
Montage!
OK, all right. Calm down, love. Don't have a fit. She's referring to this.
Last night, Iain Lee did this.
I'm an idiot.
Have you been asleep for weeks like a bear hibernating?
No. Karate.
I love estate agents and lawyers.
Just felt a bit cheated. I splurged.
But I was quite disappointed by the ending.
Groan.
Bit of stretching, dancing.
The little what? The little rat. Oh, right, sorry.
Hang on a minute. Why's my accent sound like that?
I've got it up.
Yeah, see, I'm jealous.
Can you put it down?
I'm also a little bit aroused at the same time.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Why were certain people just not in the church?
I've got no idea. I'm not your mum.
No, well, you used to be.
It's something new for me to think about.
Try not to belch.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it was incredible.
I was nearly sick.
It didn't whimper out. Okay, I'm not going to stand for this any longer.
Your licence is an illegal weapon.
I found it difficult, I'm not going to lie.
And he pulls out a clown's nose and puts it on.
Download the full podcast from iTunes, and right now, it's time for the live show.
Well, the last 13 minutes of the live show is what it's time for. 0330 123. I'm actually having fun tonight. I'm having fun, Eloise. We should get Adam Ant in for the first hour more often, because I'm quite enjoying this. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. Let's go to line 3. Hello, line 3. You're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Is that Jerry?
It is.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
I don't know where my microphone is on this phone.
I don't know. The microphone's nowhere near your mouth, I can tell you that much.
Is that any better?
No!
I don't know where it is.
We can you sound like Orville. We can just about hear you.
Right, make yourself look popular.
Yeah?
You've got loads of boxes in your place, haven't you?
Loads of boxes, yes.
Wrap them up as Christmas presents and put name tags on them.
That's actually a very good idea. Jerry, I'll give that a go, thank you. Try and find your microphone, you blooming idiot. That's not bad, is it? Huge boxes I got. Full of crap. 17 boxes. 17 boxes of CDs, DVDs and books. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Ian.
Yes.
It's Winston again.
Hello, Winston. Hello, Winston. We'll find all the bitches. We'll find them bitches, yes.
Not a poor cat listener. Just wondered, whatever happened to Alan from Glasgow?
Alan from Glasgow. He did say it. I dumped you anyway, just in case. I did give him a TV, didn't I? He sold that, to buy himself some pot noodles or something.
Oh, just one. I haven't heard him in a long time. He gave me a TV and never even called on it.
Unbelievable. Well, hey, listen, if that's all it takes to get rid of my irritating callers, I will give them all TVs.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting indeed. Interesting.
on then.
Hang on, mate. Have a word, mate. It's Dan from Barnsley. Is there anybody there?
Sure, it's quite painful.
Explanation?
Not a clue.
We're in the wilderness, mate.
Could be worse.
Could be better.
I don't know. Anything's better than what I had to deal with today. I had a customer come up to me and threaten to call the police because she thought I stole her identity.
Cool.
Is that it?
Is that you, Ian?
Yep.
Any bursts on, mate?
Is what it?
Is that what ate that?
I do not know. I assume you mean a...
What the heck is going on?
I just went into a shop today, and
Hello?
I this guy of stealing my identity, and I feel bad about it.
Listen, this is Absolute Radio, the Iain Lee Show. Talk some sense, will you?
This is just crazy.
Hello?
I think Eloise has broken the system.
Hello? Good God, what is going on here? I'm the voiceover guy for Absolute Radio. Talk some sense. Hello? Hello? I'm not falling for this, Ian. What are you phoning for then?
So I have to talk to you about Adamant, not to talk to nutters who are drunk.
Well then talk then, for Christ's sake, man, we've only got a couple of minutes.
What's up with your voice, man?
It's gone all funny, what the hell?
You been sucking helium balloons?
Yeah.
I've been sucking helium balloons, mate.
Hello. Is that better? Is that better? Now come on, get on with that.
I reckon you go a little bit lower than that, mate.
Good God. Come on. People queue up for this.
No, they don't, mate. Nobody queues up for you.
Well, what do you mean nobody queues up for me?
But stop it, it's scaring me now.
You had Adamant on tonight? I mean, what more do you want?
Adamant's a legend, isn't he?
He's a legend. You know what? If I had my chance, I would hug that man right now.
You never asked him, though.
He's gone.
Diddly quack man, did you?
Bye-bye.
Fine show tonight. Thank you very much, everybody who took part. Polly James up next. We're back tomorrow at 11.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner.